So today, Blackmagic took a major dump on high-end camera makers yet again with the announcement of the Ursa Mini Pro 12K. People, this is not a joke, it's an actual camera that they just announced. A monster 80 megapixel Super 35mm sensor that shoots 12K up to 60 frames per second. Blackmagic Raw. Now, additionally, it will have the new BMD Generation 5 color science, which looks really good, with 14 stops of dynamic range. Along with 60p in 12K, you can also shoot at 110 frames per second in 8K and 220 frames per second in 4K Super 16 mode. Now, similar to the G2, it will also have built-in ND filters, which was freaking amazing on the G2. Also, the USB-C is Generation 2, so it's not crippled like the previous cameras. The camera will come in PL right now, but EF and F mount I believe are on the way. Additionally, you can use older adapters from the G2 to use with this camera because it uses the same body. Okay, now I know the Ursa 12K sounds and looks amazing, but hold your horses. If history does repeat itself, let me share with you my experience with Blackmagic design cameras. Now, I bought the Blackmagic Cinema camera in 2013. 6 months later, they come out with the BMP-CC. I buy the Ursa Mini 4K, they released the 4.6K. I buy the Ursa Mini Pro G2, and then they released a BMP-CC 6K not long after that. So that being said, I would wait. I can guarantee you Blackmagic has something else they will announce probably this year. I can just feel it in the air. Probably like a Pocket 8K or something like that. Now, there's some more specs I'm curious about, and time will tell. Additionally, is global shutter. Will it have global shutter? And I don't know yet. With that being said, Sony also is announcing that they will announce the Sony a7S III at the end of the month, so stay tuned for that. Also, Red is cranking up their Red Komodo Stormtroopers production right now before California gets shut down again. It's actually very interesting to see what this camera will do to that high-end camera makers. I honestly don't think it's gonna affect Aries so much, but Red cameras, I'm sure they will feel this one a little bit. Now, if you would like to see this camera in action, stay tuned. I will be comparing the Pro 12K or Bump 12K to my Arri Alexa and maybe even more. I'm actually curious to see if the 12K can beat the Alexa. If that's the case, I'm gonna say goodbye to the Alexa because the body of the 12K just looks so much more appealing than my dinosaur right now. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this new camera by Blackmagic Design. I absolutely love the way they're releasing cameras right now. Pretty much nothing, no hints, no leaks, and then just announce it and release it a couple weeks later. I like that approach. I don't like this waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and teasing and teasing. I absolutely like the new approach by Blackmagic Design.